If you want your car to last more than 400,000 miles without constantly draining your bank account with expensive repairs, then this is something you need to understand. Most drivers believe modern cars are built to fail early. They assume that after 100,000 miles, serious problems are inevitable. But the truth is very different. Many engines are capable of lasting decades if they are maintained properly. The problem is that most drivers never learn the small maintenance habits that make the biggest difference. These habits aren't complicated, and they don't require advanced mechanical knowledge. But they can save thousands of dollars over the lifetime of a vehicle. Today, we're going to walk through the most important maintenance secrets that professional mechanics rely on to keep vehicles running smoothly for hundreds of thousands of miles. And the first one might sound obvious, but it's where many engines begin their slow decline. Never delay an oil change. Engine oil performs several critical functions at the same time. It lubricates moving parts, reduces friction, removes heat, and carries away microscopic debris created during combustion. Without proper lubrication, metal components inside the engine begin grinding against each other. Over time, oil begins to break down. Its viscosity changes, contaminants accumulate, and the protective additives that keep the engine safe slowly wear out. Once the oil loses its protective properties, internal wear begins accelerating. That's why experienced mechanics recommend using high-quality full synthetic oil whenever possible. Synthetic oil resists heat better, flows more smoothly during cold starts, and maintains its protective properties much longer than conventional oil. For most vehicles, a safe oil change interval falls somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 miles. However, if your driving involves heavy traffic, frequent short trips, or carrying heavy loads, the oil may need to be replaced even sooner. Another detail many drivers overlook is the oil filter. A low-quality oil filter can quickly become saturated with debris. Once that happens, it may enter what's called bypass mode, allowing unfiltered oil to circulate through the engine. This dirty oil carries tiny abrasive particles that slowly wear down internal components. Fleet vehicles like taxis and delivery cars often follow extremely strict oil maintenance schedules. Because of this discipline, it's not unusual for those engines to reach 450,000 miles without needing major internal repairs. But maintenance alone isn't enough. The way you drive your car also plays a huge role in how long it lasts. Aggressive driving habits can dramatically shorten the life of an engine and transmission. Rapid acceleration, constant hard braking, and high RPM driving put enormous stress on mechanical components. Cold starts are especially important. When an engine is first started, the oil hasn't yet fully circulated through all internal parts. During this short moment, friction is at its highest. That's why many experienced mechanics recommend waiting about 30 to 60 seconds after starting a cold engine before driving away. Once you begin driving, keep the engine speed low until the engine reaches normal operating temperature. This gentle warm-up period allows the oil to fully lubricate internal parts before the engine experiences heavy loads. Another habit that many drivers underestimate is tire maintenance. Tires might seem unrelated to engine longevity, but they actually play an important role. When tires are underinflated, they create greater rolling resistance against the road. This means the engine must work harder to move the vehicle forward. Over time, this additional strain increases fuel consumption and adds unnecessary stress to the drivetrain. Checking tire pressure once a month is a simple habit that helps prevent this problem. You'll usually find the recommended tire pressure printed on a sticker inside the driver's door frame. Rotating tires every 5,000 to 6,000 miles is also important. This ensures that wear occurs evenly across all four tires and helps maintain balanced handling. Wheel alignment should also be checked periodically. If your car frequently drives over potholes or rough roads, the alignment angles can shift slightly over time. Misaligned wheels increase drag and cause uneven tire wear. Correcting alignment not only improves fuel economy but also reduces strain on the suspension system. Modern vehicles also include helpful diagnostic systems that many drivers don't fully understand. When the check engine light appears on the dashboard, many people panic and assume something serious has happened. But that warning light simply means the vehicle's computer has detected an issue somewhere in the system. A small device called an OBD2 scanner can help drivers understand what the car is reporting. These scanners plug into the diagnostic port under the dashboard and read the error code stored in the vehicle's computer. Sometimes the problem may be as simple as a loose gas cap. Other times it might indicate a sensor malfunction or a small engine misfire. Knowing the exact diagnostic code before visiting a repair shop allows you to speak with mechanics from a more informed position and avoid unnecessary repairs. Another maintenance item many drivers forget about is brake fluid. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time, which slowly reduces its effectiveness. This moisture can also cause internal corrosion in brake components such as calipers, brake lines, and ABS modules. Replacing brake fluid every 2 or 3 years helps prevent these problems and keeps the braking system operating safely. Coolant is another fluid that deserves attention. Many drivers think coolant is simply colored water, but it actually contains specialized additives designed to prevent corrosion and regulate engine temperature. Over time, these additives break down. When that happens, the coolant may begin damaging internal components instead of protecting them. Replacing coolant every 3 to 4 years helps keep the cooling system functioning properly. Power steering fluid is another often ignored fluid. As the steering system operates, tiny metal particles gradually accumulate inside the fluid. These particles circulate through the system and slowly wear down internal components. Refreshing the fluid periodically helps extend the life of the steering pump and steering rack. Another important principle in vehicle maintenance is understanding that entire components don't always need replacement. In many cases, only a small internal part has failed. For example, a suspension control arm may contain a worn rubber bushing. Instead of replacing the entire control arm, a skilled technician might replace only the bushing. This targeted repair approach can save a significant amount of money. Differential fluid is another service many manufacturers label as lifetime. But in reality, all lubricants degrade over time. Replacing differential fluid periodically helps maintain smooth gear operation and prevents premature wear. There are also unexpected threats to modern vehicles. One surprising example is rodent damage. Many modern wiring harnesses use plant-based insulation materials that attract rodents. Mice and rats may chew through wiring inside the engine bay, causing electrical problems that are extremely difficult to diagnose. Keeping parking areas clean and inspecting the engine bay occasionally can help prevent this issue. Rust is another silent enemy. Most drivers wash the exterior of their cars but ignore the undercarriage. Mud, moisture, and debris accumulate underneath the vehicle and gradually cause corrosion. Periodic underbody washing removes these contaminants and protects structural components. Fuel system maintenance is also important. Over time, carbon deposits accumulate inside fuel injectors and intake valves. This buildup can reduce engine efficiency and cause poor throttle response. Using a high-quality fuel system cleaner occasionally helps dissolve these deposits and keep the engine running smoothly. Finally, one of the most important rules is never ignoring small leaks. A small puddle under your car might not seem serious, but it's often the first sign of a larger problem. Oil leaks, coolant leaks, or transmission fluid leaks can slowly worsen over time. Fixing these issues early usually involves simple and inexpensive repairs. But ignoring them can eventually lead to catastrophic mechanical failures. The truth is that making a car last hundreds of thousands of miles isn't about secret tricks. It's about consistent care. Drivers who follow basic maintenance habits, drive responsibly, and address small issues early often enjoy vehicles that remain reliable for decades. And when all of these practices are combined, reaching 400,000 miles becomes far more achievable than most people realize. Your car isn't just a machine. With the right care, it can become a long-term investment that serves you reliably for many years to come.